One thing in particular that I've become interested in lately is that if we look how DAI works on Ethereum, there's a Trinity. I hinted at this earlier in the conference, that the framework of DAI, Sam Kazmain, he's the guy that did Frax Finance. Anyway, he popularized this idea of DeFi Trinity, and essentially what is needed for DAI, a lot of people I think overly focus on one and not the other two. There is a Trinity. There's three things that are needed. One is supply. This is a foundation, right? Like there needs to be a non-volatile medium for storing value, and we don't yet have that, right? That's what we're all speculating about. There has to be yield. That's number two. That is a component that creates the ability to contract the supply, so there's less ability for a volatile move. This is done on ETH side with protocols like Aave, Compound, and Spark. I mentioned Spark earlier. It is special because Spark was set. Spark, by the way, is the logical evolution of DAI. After Nikolai passed away, the protocol moved and rebranded as USD Sky under the Spark protocol. And the Spark protocol essentially makes a situation where you stake your DAI for SDAI, and the SDAI, the DAI earns yield, and the SI can be borrowed against, collateralized and borrowed against. Essentially, there's a situation that can occur in which the rate that you earn on your staked DAI is greater, your yield is greater than your interest. The reason I mention it alongside of things like Aave and Compound on the Ethereum side is that they contract the supply, they take DAI off of the market, and they increase the movement of it, and at times the velocity of that currency, and at times can inflate the supply on chain. And so Spark is unique because Pulsechain was scheduled to launch, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, August 9th, I think. It seemed like the final testing was done, and yet we did not launch until 2 days later, August the 11th. And the 11th happened to be the launch date for Spark. So it's been speculated by a number of people that the reason that the chain was delayed in opening was so that the snapshot, the fork, would contain Spark. So that's the yield credit side. We have to have a way to be able to make money, whether that's from fees, whether that's from borrowing and lending, over collateralized markets. And we've seen other projects come up recently that allow this to occur on the Pulsechain side. BetterBank came up interestingly, and there's the whole debacle with that as well. And then, so that's number two in the Trinity. And number three is decentralized exchange, of course, a liquidity layer. And we have an abundance of these DEXs that support arbitrage, with Liberty Swap growing those every single day.